I'm not gonna be wearing a mask in this video. That being said, do you want to know what gives me the red ass and makes my ass 24 different shades of red simultaneously? This piece of shit!
Alright, so if you've been following me on Facebook, and if you've seen my last Q&A video, you'd know that my grandfather recently died of a heart attack. And I just got back from the funeral thing that we had. It wasn't exactly a funeral, but a bunch of family got together and I was dragged to it. But anyway, I was planning on showing you guys footage of my grandfather actually having the heart attack. As soon as the paramedics got to the house, I took out my camera and started filming.
He really just said that. He wasn't kidding either, which pisses me off.
But, a bunch of people in my family, my mom, my grandmother, uncles, shit like that, they threw a big fucking fit about me showing that footage on YouTube.
Gee, I wonder why!
They're perfectly fucking fine with eating foods that cause fucking heart disease and make people actually die of fucking heart attacks. But when it comes to actually showing people what happens when they eat these foods, that's just too much. So, fuck it. I'm gonna just talk about, you know, the whole situation, my thoughts and feelings on the whole thing. So here we go.
Thoughts and feelings. I don't think a scrawny little prick like you has any feelings doing what you did.
So first off, I guess I'll tell you all how the heart attack happened and the events leading up to it. Well, my grandfather is really into, like, RC planes, helicopters, things like that, and he was really interested in seeing the drone I just bought.
Oh, isn't he fucking cool? He bought a drone. Now he can go start brush fires and fly his drone over those while firefighters try to put out the fires. Dumbass.
The DJI Phantom 3. So we went over to the park right down the street, and we headed down to the ravine to launch the drone from. And there's a bit of a hill going down. So we flew the drone. You know, he thought it was really cool and everything.
I had fun once. It was awful. That's what you sound like.
We had to walk back up the hill, and he was really struggling, and it's not really that big of a hill, and it's not that hard to climb, and even an 82-year-old should be able to get up just fine.
What the fuck? He was 82 years old and he was having trouble climbing up that hill? Maybe that was why he had a fucking heart attack. Did you ever think about that, dumb fuck?
But he had to stop like every 10-20 feet, and he was huffing and puffing, and I looked at him and I said,
Let me guess, you asked him if he was okay, right?
You know, you have a really shitty diet, and you need to, you know, clean your diet up and start exercising.
What the fuck would you say that to him, you fucking asshole?
And then he said, oh, it's bullshit, you know, I'm just not 24 anymore, that's why I'm having such a hard time climbing up this hill.
Yeah, no shit. He's not a young guy anymore. He was 82. Dumbass.
So we eventually got up the hill after a really long fucking time with him struggling, got into his car, drove back home. He plopped down on his chair in the living room. I went to my room to check out the footage.
Rather than ask him if he was okay.
And then a few minutes later, my grandmother came into my room saying, I think Barry, my grandfather's name is Barry, is having a heart attack. Then I went out into the living room, saw him just not really being responsive, and yeah, he was having a fucking heart attack. I called 911. They told me to perform CPR on him until the paramedics got there. So I was performing CPR on him for a few minutes until the paramedics got there.
Until you got bored.
Then I took out my camera, started filming, and of course you can't see the footage.
Good! Nobody wants to see somebody have a heart attack on camera, idiot!
But that's what happened. Now, why this heart attack happened, it's obvious. He was eating like absolute fucking shit. He had a heart attack about 60 years ago, and again, that was from eating like absolute shit, not exercising, and he's really fucking lucky to have lived this long. I think he has a genetic resistance to heart disease and cancer.
Doesn't sound like it. He sounds like he had a genetic predisposition for heart disease.
There's no fucking way he should have been alive for this long, but he managed, and 20 years ago he cleaned his diet up after that heart attack, and he started walking every day, and he was doing pretty well, but recently his brother got cancer, and his brother died, and I think that just, sent him kind of out of control and off the rails. And yeah, for the last few years, his diet was just fucking terrible. Ridiculous amounts of like red meat and pork and ice cream and shit like that. And
Oh, God forbid you have ice cream.
I knew a few months ago he didn't have long to live. I even told my mom, I think back in like February or March, like he's not gonna make it to the end of the year. And yeah, I called it.
Well done, you called your grandpa's death. Fuck you.
He died because his fucking diet was absolute shit. He did actually get quite a bit of exercise. He was golfing every single day. He was bowling several times a week. He'd mow the lawn and, do all that stuff. So he wasn't just totally sedentary. It was 100% fucking diet that did this to him.
That was your fault.
And he lived to 82 years old, but, for everyone who says, oh, he's fucking 82, he lived so long, like, he could have lived so much fucking longer.
Yeah, maybe without your stupid ass filming him having a fucking heart attack!
And he is fucking lucky.
Not with your stupid ass.
His diet is so fucking bad. I don't think any of you could realize that. If any of you ate like him, you wouldn't have fucking made it to 50. Like, I swear he had to have had a genetic resistance to heart disease.
No, he had a genetic predisposition for it.
There's just no way anyone could live that long otherwise. And, everyone thinks, like, oh, 82 is so long. He had such a great long life. He was golfing every day, like I just said. He was bowling. He was doing all these things that he loved doing. And I don't think he just wanted to die. He was a super active person, and he got to do the things he enjoyed every single fucking day. So for you to say, oh, he lived to 82, it's so fucking long, that's fucking horseshit. He died before he really wanted to, and he died in such a shitty, fucking violent, painful way.
So, like, you gotta live to be, like, 220? Is that what you're saying?
It's definitely not worth all of the fucking meat and dairy and eggs and junk food he ate. He gave up a fucking life that he loved for just this crap that fucking killed him, and saying that he lived to 82, that's just bullshit. He could have lived longer. He could have spent decades longer doing the things that he enjoyed, and he could have had a better quality of life. If you're having such a fucking struggle just walking up a little hill like that, I don't see how you could have a good life like that. And he liked being active, and, it might have been a real struggle for him for all these years to be as active as he was, and if he had gone vegan and had good arterial health, he might have enjoyed all the things he loved doing even more.
This is what pisses me off about you, is you're gonna use your grandpa's death as an excuse to promote your vegan lifestyle.
So, for all of you who say, oh, I'll just fucking eat whatever I want,
I will, and I'll be a lot healthier than you too, you scrawny prick.
and, if I die at 60, 70, or 80, I'll be happy. Bullshit. There's so much to live for, and my grandfather, he was enjoying his fucking life, and it was cut short because of his stupid dietary choices.
It was cut short because of your stupid ass.
Now, how do I feel about him being dead? I'm actually happy.
Wow, I couldn't fucking tell!
I've had a pretty rocky relationship with him, especially when I was a little kid. He was pretty abusive. He'd yell at me like fucking crazy, call me like a worthless piece of fucking shit if I didn't play well in hockey. He did hit me maybe 2 or 3 times pretty hard.
Not hard enough by the sound of things.
And after that, I was just scared of him my entire childhood, and as an adult, I ended up having a friend relationship with him, but I didn't realize until he was dead how much anxiety I had still being around him. Just these subconscious feelings were always there, but I just didn't realize till now, and I feel better with him being dead. I know my grandmother isn't happy about it. I don't know entirely how my mom feels, but she was crying about it.
It's only her fucking dad, after all.
His other sons, you know, they were upset, but I feel pretty happy about the whole situation, and I just feel like a weight's being lifted off my chest, and I just feel less stressed out, and it's been a good thing for me. So, closing thoughts. I know I didn't have the greatest relationship with my grandfather for my whole life, but I know a lot of people love their family members, and, you know, if you want to do the best thing for yourself and for your family, then go switch to a Whole Foods vegan diet and make them switch to a Whole Foods vegan diet. All of this meat, dairy, eggs, and processed food is just going to help cut your life short, and if you're going to fucking tell me that, oh, your grandfather ate fucking horribly and he lived to 82, he got so fucking lucky you don't even realize. He should have been dead more than 20 years ago. He should have been dead by the time he was fucking 50. Chances are you're not going to be so lucky, and if you just eat whatever you want, or if you try these stupid low-carb fad diets and do this crap your whole life, you are going to cut your life so fucking short, and you're going to die before you really want to, and before any of your family members want to, and you're just reducing decades off of your own life, you know, decades that you could spend with your family, loved ones, doing the things that you love to do. So if you want to have the longest life possible, the best quality of life possible, and spend as much time with your loved ones as you can, then a Whole Foods vegan diet is your best option. So that's all I really have to say on the situation, and I can't show you my grandfather having a heart attack, but here are some of the last moments I spent with him together.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end it right here. I seriously hope this little jackass gets what's coming to him. Seriously.